Hey, welcome to the Certified Mama's Boy podcast. Appreciate you being here today. This is just a podcast I do with my mom, and yeah, that's it. There you go. We talk about life, and that's it. Now you're caught up. So, hi, mom.
Hi, honey.
I'll tell you what you don't ever want is two men planning a trip. I think two women's fine. Two men planning a trip never goes well.
Mm-mm.
I'm in the middle of planning our, and actually, I don't even know if it's two men. I think maybe it's just one man that's having a problem with this, but
Let
I,
me think who that might be.
yeah, I'm in the middle of planning our bro trip 2026. Finally, Dan and I are finally going to take our next trip. We have not taken that's my best friend, by the way. We have not taken a trip together, and this is my best friend since fourth grade. And we take a trip together. We've done this since. Let me think. So we've done this pretty much annually since I was married. When we were doing this, it was towards the end of my marriage. It was probably when did I get divorced? 18. So it's probably 16, 20. This is probably our 10th year we've done this.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I think
Great.
so. I think we're getting
Awesome.
close to 10 years.
Hmm.
And so we this year have decided we're going to stay domestic because for a lot of different reasons.
Yeah.
For a lot of different reasons.
How can I count the ways?
Yeah, but
Hmm.
we next month are going to be going to Utah, and we're going to be doing the Mighty Five. So the Mighty Five is 5 parks over in Utah. It's Zion, Bryce, Arches, and I'm forgetting the other two off the top of my head right now. But it's basically 5 parks over there, and just a bunch of hikes and stuff like that. So it's a week long, and we're excited about it. And I we're both maybe it's not it. Maybe it's just we always say like we're the especially me. I'm a big idea person. I've told you like the person I have to date next also has to be the details person because I'm just the big idea person. I think Dan also happens to be like the big idea person, and we're just not really good at like the details of like how I just want to show up, right? Like I want to like boom, like here's my idea, and then boom, I just want to like show up and get there. Everything in between, I don't like. I used to like date some people that like were really, and actually some of my friends were actually really good at like putting together like the minute details of like, okay, like day one we're gonna do this, and day two we're gonna do this. We're gonna eat here. We're gonna stay here. Like all of that stuff drives me crazy. It's my least favorite part of a trip. I honestly can just show up. Like Banff was one of those trips for me. Banff, honest to God, y'all, I didn't start planning what I was doing at Banff until the day before. Now that was a bad idea. That was a bad idea. Okay.
Obviously so.
Yeah, I had a hotel and that was all I had in Banff. I had no idea what I was doing. Other than like I just knew I wanted to go to Banff. I wanted to go to Banff, and that was it. Other than that, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and that was it. That was not enough planning, but that's kind of how I plan my trips. Is I just want to go somewhere. And I don't want to deal with the details. Like to me, that's a vacation because it's work. Like work is having to put in the details, right? So I feel terrible though because Dan is, Dan's military. He's right now. I probably can't even tell you where he is, but he's off in the middle of nowhere right now, and he's like having to work overnight. He's just trying to get shit done. So I'm trying to get as much done as possible, and so
Hmm.
I'm like also not, me. I'm like also I'm doing a million things over here, and I'm not like a travel agent. Like shout out travel agents, where those things go because
Mhm.
I'm
It's
just
people
trying to use.
like you that keep them in business.
Well, yeah, because I'm just trying to use Chat
Mhm.
GPT and stuff, y'all. Like, I shout out Chat GPT because I'm like, what, like, what? So I'm over here typing in, just typing in how to like do this, right? So I go on to Chat GPT and it's like, okay, I was like, all right, so I'm trying to do the Mighty Five. I'm coming from Baltimore. Where should I fly into? Fly out of? It's like, oh, we're just flying to Vegas. I'm like, perfect, right? So I'm like, I tell Dan, I'm like, yo, Vegas is the spot. He gets back to me like 2 days later because he's out doing this, whatever he's doing. He's like, okay, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, Vegas is it, right? Okay, cool. He books Vegas. Well, as I'm looking at it at the parks, I'm like, well, shit, the last park is Moab. Moab's one of them, by the way. Did I say Moab? I don't think I said Moab.
Mhm.
Um, I was like, well, I'm looking at the map and I'm like, that looks like it's a lot closer to Salt Lake City than it is to Vegas. So then I go back on a Chat GPT and I'm like, hey, would it actually be a lot easier for me to fly out of Vegas or out of um uh Moab. I'm sorry, out of Salt Lake, and it's like, oh, it's way easier for you to fly out of Salt Lake, you dumbass. And I'm like, well, you told me fly in and out of Vegas. It was like, well, no, because if you fly out of Vegas, you got to drive 6.5 hours back over to Vegas instead of I think it was like 3 hours over to Salt Lake. And I'm like, but you told me. Like, you told me, you lied. It's like, you ever do that? You ever, like, because it even says, if you ever use like ChatGPT or whatever, it says at the bottom, it's like, hey, just FYI, this might be wrong.
Right.
And you're like, I mean, I'm gonna trust you with my life. I'm gonna trust you with my life. Like, I don't care. Like, I trust ChatGPT with my life. Whatever it says, I'm like, I don't need to fact check any of this. I don't need to fact check. I didn't need to look at a map. Yeah, I was just like, I literally went on there. I was like, what airport do I need to fly into for this? And it said Vegas. I said, I don't even want to look at a map. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to trust this with my soul. And so I did, and I booked the trip, right? So then I'm like, oh shit. Like, that's like, it adds like 3 hours of basically 3 hours of driving time. It's like absolutely unnecessary. So I again, Dan's in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, hey, so
cancel that flight.
Are you busy? It might actually make more sense if we just actually fly out of Salt Lake. So yeah, if you could just go ahead and do that, that would be that'd be really good. So if you could just like 24 hours later, he gets back to me. He's like, okay, I'll try. But I couldn't tell if that was like, okay, I'll try, like, fuck you, or like, okay, I'll try, like, okay. Man, we trust that ChatGPT, don't we? We trust that ChatGPT.
Oh yeah.
Like, I can't tell you how many times I've been burned, but like honestly though, I'm willing to deal with how wrong ChatGPT is for how right it is. That makes sense?
Yes.
Like,
it does.
For the convenience of it, I'm like, all right. So even if Dan gets back to me and say, hey man, I can't cancel that flight, sorry. I'm like, mild inconvenience for how much knowledge ChatGPT has brought me. It doesn't even matter at this point. Speaking of ChatGPT, I saw today a study that said that in dating, ChatGPT is the new cringe.
Really?
If you tell people that you use ChatGPT, it's the new cringe.
Really?
Yeah, that people are turned off when you tell them that you use ChatGPT. And
because they think you can't think for yourself.
I guess it is. It's funny because I mean, I hate what AI is doing to us. I do. I hate it. I feel like it scares the shit out of me, honestly. It scares the ever-living shit out of me. AI scares the ever-living shit out of me, and I'm using it all the time. Does that make sense?
We all are.
It's like I'm talking on both sides of my mouth. Like I fear nothing more. Well, there's a few things I fear, but climate change is one of them. Certain political figures I fear. And then AI. I worry much about AI. And then but if you were to ask me, hey, will you plan a trip to go to Utah by yourself with no, like, I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use it.
Kidding?
I'm gonna use it.
Take you hours and hours, days.
It would take so much longer. It would take so much longer, and like that's like literally, y'all, within like 5 seconds, it literally like laid out the whole map for me. Well, obviously not a map because I got some shit wrong, but like it laid all. It was like, stay here. Here's what day 1 looks like. This day 2 looks like this. Stay at this hotel. Book this. Book this. Book this. Book this. Book this. It was just like, here's the hikes you should do. It was just like, how AI is not going away.
No,
that's the problem. And I think that's where I look at it. Like, people that are like so AI adverse, like, I don't know.
They better get used to it. It's here.
Like,
it's
I don't like it. And it's like, what are you going to do about it?
That's right.
what are you going to do about it? Like, unfortunately, it's here. So, like, it's not going to slow down. So I'm like, well, I might as well go ahead and plan my trip with it because it's here,
You know, I know I told you this, but I listened to a very interesting podcast. It was 2.5 hours this past week.
Yeah.
About AI, and it was one of the guys that was in, from the beginning.
Yeah.
And he said, he was talking about the good, the bad, and the ugly. But one of the astounding things he said, and I think this is the good news about AI, is what it's going to do to medicine, right?
That's the good.
That's the good. I mean, it's going to be so helpful to help diagnose diseases and find cures that, we've not been able to do. But at the end of that, he said, if you can live 10 years, I believe that you can probably live forever.
You mean if you can live 10 more years, so we can make it 10 more years
from now, 2026?
He
believes that because of AI, there will be enough technology out there, whatever, cures, supplements, whatever, to live forever.
We'll have enough knowledge. I don't want to live forever.
I don't want to live forever either.
No, like I'm good. That honestly scares me even more.
I know.
Like, I want to wrap this bad boy up.
How many people want to live forever, though?
Does anybody really want to live forever?
I think a lot of people want to live forever, and I think a lot of people think they're going to.
I don't want to live forever. Like, I'm good. I think
we talked about that last time.
I don't think I want to live forever. I think I'm good. I don't know what the benefit of living forever would actually do. Like what?
Well, I mean, if you're a grandparent, you can see your grandkids grow up and you have great.
To what extent? To what extent?
I know. It just depends on, are you still going to function like you're 60?
I don't want to suffer, but it's like, it's like
when
what?
You're 180?
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just like, to what extent? I mean, I think that's great if they can cure diseases and stuff, but I guess maybe that's kind of what he's saying, is they can extend life. Again, AI scares the shit out of me, and I love it.
It is wild.
What I don't like is how many jobs it's taking away. I don't like that, and I'm fearful of how many jobs it will take away in the future.
Yeah, that's the bad side.
And I worry about what it does just to our culture in general. Like, I just don't know how. I don't know how we live with. I'm not sure. I don't know. But I'm going to be honest with you. Same and on the same. You guys, when I turn into an AI podcast, all right. I don't know if I said this on this podcast or not. I had the same fears though when they released the Meta glasses. Okay, remember when the metaverse came out, y'all?
Yeah. And we talked about that here.
We did, yeah. And I was like, holy shit! Like,
oh boy,
everything's changing.
Life is over.
Life is done. We're about to just live in goggles everywhere. Like,
we're going into another universe.
Like, I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. And I and remember how much Mark Zuckerberg was like, this is going to change the world and stuff. And I was like, I don't like it. And I was fearful of that. So it's like, will it turn that?
Boom.
I remember before that though. What about before the metaverse was the what was those damn scooters? Remember they said it was going to change the world forever. What were those scooters things called? Somebody's yelling in their car right now. Those scooters, they were on like a gyroscope, and they were like, these are things, and like now I don't think they make them anymore, but like they basically turn into like tourist trap things. You like ride through cities, and there's like scooters like they didn't fall over. You could stand up on them and they didn't fall over, and you'd ride around cities with them and like look at basically that's all they turned into was like,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. What were those things called?
Oh God,
I forget, but that was basically. Those things were our very first AI.
Yeah.
That's the first time I remember being scared of like technology that never actually came to fruition. Okay. God, what were those things? I'm not going to be able to move on unless we figure out the name of that thing. Let me ask AI. You know what? Let's ask ChatGPT because fuck it. Because we can. Hang on. Hang on, everybody. Hey, what is the name of those little scooter things where people would stand up on them and they were on a gyroscope and everybody thought they were going to be the next big thing?
Ah, you're thinking of hoverboards.
No, it's not
Mm-mm.
hoverboard.
Got it. You're probably talking about the Segway.
Segway. There it is. Thank you. Now there we go. The Segways. Remember the Segways? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Segway. Remember the Segways, y'all? They said the Segways were going to change our world forever. Remember, they
Mm-hmm.
were like,
Oh, yeah.
humans will
Yeah.
like, we're not going to have like cars ever again.
Yeah.
No human will ever have to walk. No, and if you're younger, you may not remember this, but I remember really genuinely being fearful of a life where like we were all going to be scooting around town and like what that was going to look like. And like they really sold the Segways to us.
Yeah.
Like it was going to be the next. I mean, but remember, people were like, "We got to stop this Segway.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop these Segways from happening. Like this can't happen. Like people's leg muscles are gonna stop working. They're gonna stop working if they keep riding these Segways all the time."
Oh God.
And I remember being like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, like what if we don't ever like walk ever again? That'd be crazy. That'd be so scary." And then that never, those just turned into like tourist traps. So I'm kind of hoping the AI just turns into like making silly pictures and stuff. I'm hoping, like that's, or like helps you with like writing up a document. I'm hoping that's like the worst it gets. Yeah, but I don't know. Anyway, be careful when you're planning your trips that you double check. Because even when you call it on as shit, it's like, wait, no, you're right. I'm like, well, why didn't you? Okay, all right, perfect. Thanks. Thanks for that.
Brian argued with it one time for an hour or two, and finally it admitted it was wrong.
Right? It really, yeah. It gets a little testy sometimes.
Uh-huh. Oh,
it
yeah.
gets a little testy with this. Like, no, I'm definitely right.
He wouldn't let it down, and Brian knew whatever it was. I don't remember the subject.
Yeah,
whatever it was, Brian knew that what it was saying to him was not true.
Yeah,
and he just kept arguing back and forth, battering back and forth, and finally AI said,
then you find yourself like wrong. Fighting with a computer, and you're like, what am I doing? I gotta go outside.
I know.
Put my phone down for a while.
Oh, jeez.
Mom's in the Knoxville studio today. You
in my bedroom suite.
You why are you up there? Is there a reason that this is just a pre-planned?
In the bedroom instead.
No, why are you at Knoxville? Is this just a visit?
Oh no, because Maggie and John want to go to the Masters.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
and now everybody's sick, but
so are they going to go or no?
It's 50-50 right now. I mean, John has got a terrible cold. He sounds terrible. He doesn't seem to care about it. And Charlie and Jack have had a really hard time, and we took them to the pediatrician today, and now Maggie and John are at the ER with Charlie because his oxygen level was low, and they're worried about it going into pneumonia. So
is that normal? I've never heard of anybody talking more about baby oxygen level than these kids, by the way.
Well, we were talking about that on the way home. She said, I have friends that take their kids to the same pediatrician. They're in their same class, and they come home and they might have an antibiotic or something, but none of them are sent to the emergency room. Why are we always sent to the emergency room? And I said, I don't know, unless it's the fact that for some reason, because they're preemies, they worry about it more.
Maybe, yeah. So I feel like these kids there's always one of these. There's one. That's why, like, if nobody seemed panic when if you're newer to the podcast, and we just said there's a kid in the ER, and we're just like, okay, cool, let's record the podcast. It's because there's never not a baby in the emergency room. There's always it's like the home away from home for these kids.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
But Charlie does not feel well, and Tara, Pierre and I are here with them by ourselves. And so I really encouraged Maggie to take Charlie to the doctor, and then she decided to take Jack too. And Jack checked out okay. But the pediatrician said, it's so borderline.
Yeah.
I just feel like I cannot dismiss him. I really have to say that I think you need to take him to the ER. And we're like, oh, crap. So I came back home, put Jack down for a nap, but now she has just texted me and said, The ER is not crowded. I think I may come back and get Jack. So I don't know what's going to happen. I just don't know.
Yeah, that's
I don't know. I mean,
you were saying that that's funny because kids nowadays seem so much older than what kids when we were growing up, right? And I
oh
mean,
my
and that I feel like we
gosh.
use that phrase a lot when we talk about teenagers, but it seems like it's starting even younger now because I've noticed like you'll see a kid that's like 15, you're like they look like they're 22 now. You're like, wait, when we were 15 we looked 15.
Right.
But like some of these kids now, you're like, when did we are 12? And you're like, you'll see like a boy, he'll be like 6 feet tall. And you're like, I'm 12. You're like, wait, what? Like, I feel like kids are just growing up so different. But now my mom thinks it starts even younger with Rollins. Why?
This is so crazy. So she got up first this morning. I was already up at 6 and she woke up about 6:30. So I got her and we were downstairs and I opened, they have a combination oven microwave. And when you put the oven on, you use this metal pan. Well, I opened the oven and the metal pan wasn't in there. And I said, oh dear, because I talked to him about everything. I said, oh dear, I wonder where the metal pan is. And she goes, it's right down there. Exactly like that. And pointed to the oven drawer. And I looked at her and I thought, she cannot possibly know A, what I'm talking about, and B, where it is. But I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to go over just because I'm a good grandma and I don't want her to think I doubt what she says to me. I'm going to go open that oven door and then I'll go, no, it's not here. That's what I'm thinking to myself. I opened that oven door and guess what was right there?
The pan.
The metal pan.
Yeah.
The metal pan. Like
too.
She's 2 years old.
Yeah.
And then she found a purple pen. She wanted to write with a purple pen. I said, okay, fine. We can write with a purple pen at your table, but we don't have any paper. She goes, yes, we have paper right here. And she walked me into the office and pointed to the printer. I'm like, okay.
See, I don't know kid milestones. I don't know if that's like a lot or not. Like I don't really know
that
how
seems
kids.
Crazy. I just don't remember y'all at 2 years old.
Well, we were probably a little delayed.
Well, I will say these kids do get a lot of attention.
I don't think the Yancey kids are probably the academically inclined ones to look at.
I don't know. Remember any 2-year-olds that could do that? I mean, that's just like crazy to me.
I was telling Charlotte today, our radio producer, I was like, I don't know how I got through school. Honest to God, I feel like I thrive really well in this professional setting. This creative professional setting. Like, because I feel like I feel like I do pretty well for myself. I've worked really hard. I put a lot of work in. And not many, Miguel works really hard. Miguel would outwork me. But not many people like really outwork me. Right. Like when shit has to get done, we just got to get done. It's like, just gotta, I'm working pretty much sun up to sundown. Right. My work ethic, I would say, is strong. Right. This is not the guy. This is not the guy back in school.
No, I'll give you credit for that. You were bored. You were bored.
I hated it.
Bored with school.
Hated it. I was just always trying to find a way to like cheat my way through everything because it was just like, I don't want to do this at all. I don't want to do this at all. Not even a little bit do I want to do any of this school stuff at all. So it was just like, man, what's like the easiest way I can get through this? Like, what do I need to do to get through this faster so I can just like be done with this phase of my life? Y'all, I can't even tell you the amounts of ways I cheated my way through school. I mean, it would shock you. If I would have, honestly, it would have been less effort. I don't think I'm dumb. I just get bored, like with stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have put the amount of effort into learning that I did figuring out how to cheat. I'd be a scholar.
You would be.
I'd be a scholar.
Definitely would be.
I'd have my doctorate by now. Like I would. The amount of brain, the amount of brain power that went into me figuring out how to cheat the system. on everything that I was doing is like, it would blow your mind. I mean, it would blow your mind the ways I would figure out how to cheat my way through tests.
Who you paid off
report. Oh, yo,
to do reports.
We would like pay people to like do our stuff. We would like, it was crazy. Like the ring, the ring of like cheating that we had going on was so wild. Like it was like crazy to think about. Like now that I think back on it, I'm like, damn, that was ballsy of us. Like, I mean, I'll go through a couple of examples. I know we're running late in the episode, but a couple of examples of things I can remember. Like, like we would either pay someone to do the work for us. Like we obviously copying off somebody is one thing. I remember one time we could have Coke bottles. You know, we could drink Coke and stuff, and it was either science or something. We had to have equations, either science or math. But I think it was like chemistry or something. And we had to have some type of equation, but I don't want to memorize all that shit. So what we did was we wrote the equations on the inside of the Coke bottle label.
Oh,
does that make sense?
Gosh.
So we could like see through the clear bottle on the back side. And you
could take that into class?
Yeah, because you take Coke bottles into class, right? Because they sold Cokes. Which, by the way, why were they selling Cokes in school? I doubt they still do that. Yo, the 90s were wild.
I hope not.
They were just selling.
I don't remember that.
That was Georgia back in the day. You could just buy Coca-Colas, like it was nothing. But yeah, you could buy Cokes, right? So we would take the label off of
cigarettes.
Yeah, basically.
Condoms.
Yeah.
Actually, a condom machine would have been good.
Probably. So they had like that, that label. So we just wrote all the equations on the back side of that label. Then taped the label back onto the Coke bottle. Then we just kind of glance over and oh yeah, well, just glancing at my Coke bottle for a very long time. Those are some of my favorites.
I'm really thinking really hard.
I remember one time there was just one of us that like would write a report, and then we would copy and paste it into like a different font and like reformat it and all turn it in.
Oh, jeez.
The teacher never caught it. The teacher never caught it. They never caught it.
You didn't change the wording?
No, I don't think we changed the words at all. We literally just changed the fonts and stuff. And like,
well, that says a lot for those teachers.
Yeah. Or maybe we changed like the first paragraph or two. So it looked like it was like something different, but we knew that
the first and last paragraph.
Maybe maybe it's just a little bit, but mostly it was just the same thing. Turn that in and it passed. Like, it's crazy. Okay, last cheating story. It's probably my favorite one. Is that summer reading was the worst. To me, it's like, yo, I'm out of here for a couple months. Leave me alone. Like, what am I reading for?
I'm not picking up a book.
I don't want to read. Like, what am I reading? No, like, screw you. Like, this is my time. Like, I'm just trying to chill now. Dang, y'all got me for 9 months. Like, whatever. Leave me alone. So I didn't read. I don't think I ever read any of those books ever. I don't think I read one goddamn book. Mom, why did you not look over my shoulder? You didn't look over my shoulder for anything. I don't know.
I was so trusting.
So
you were passing.
We go back to school and we have to take a test though, right? So we have to take a multiple what do you call it? Like a multiple choice test, right? And so Dan luckily was in my class, and Dan did read the book because Dan's mom was a teacher. So obviously Dan's gonna
Dan's mom is watching.
Oh, she was watching. She was making sure they were reading, not my mom. So I'm like, yo, I'm just gonna cheat off Dan because and like Dan was cool like that. Like Dan's always been cool. Like Dan didn't care. He was just like, yo, that's chill. Like you can, who cares? Because who cares, right? But I knew that like I couldn't turn in the same exact answers because then obviously it would be able to tell that like I was cheating, And I think that like it's just too much. So I just changed a couple of the answers so we didn't have the same exact answers, right? Because even if I got like a B or a C, it doesn't matter. I still got through without having to read the book all summer. Still, it's fine, right? Like if he knows most of them, even if he's got a D, I'll take a D. I don't care. Like I just can't go into this completely blind. So I go in, I'm copying off Dan. We turn it in, we get it back. Y'all, I get a better grade than Dan did.
No way.
Even though I cheated off his paper, just changed some of his answers, and I still get a better grade than him. So, cheating does win. Cheating does win. Just know that, all right?
Oh, gosh. Oh, Lord.
All right, certified fans, thank you so much for your support. We have had a very interesting week over on More Mama's Boy. I appreciate everyone that reached out. I got sucker punched, man. That's the only way I can put it. I just got sucker punched. I got romantically sucker punched. And
Donald, by the way, messaged me later because, I told him to watch out for his 11-year-old.
Well, you should probably explain that because people have no idea.
So Donald S., adopted the show, not knowing that you were going to change to More Mama's Boy. And I thought, after you said, it's in honor of his 14th wedding anniversary and his daughter Kate's 11th birthday. I was like, an 11-year-old is going to be listening to this. Probably not too good. So I messaged him and said, hey, by the way, just saying that this episode, thank you so much for it. It was fun to, shout out to Kate for her birthday, but it's a real love saga. And he wrote back and said, I love a real love saga.
Well,
so
you got
then
one on
after
Tuesday,
he heard it,
sure.
he goes, oh yeah, that was a doozy.
That was a real interesting episode.
He thought you should have gone about 20 times.
Yeah, well, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Donald.
I think he realizes.
Where were you 19 times ago?
Yeah.
And let me get through this first. So certified fans are people that support our show. It's a $6 a month contribution to the show. All of that money, by the way, goes to the production of the show, and that's just how we pay the bills. We keep the lights on that way, y'all. If you like the show, well, then you gotta pay for it. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. We don't put a ton of commercials in here. You don't see me over here, reading about whatever. But it makes my life a whole lot easier. It makes your life a whole lot less annoying to have to sit here and listen to us just talk about ads over and over and over again. So instead, we just say, hey, can you just chip in $6 a month? It's $1. Well, really, when you become a certified fan, it's $1.25 a week. So then it's, you get 2 episodes a week for that. It's nothing. It's 75 cents an episode. I like to crowdsource it, though. When you join, you get a bunch of benefits, though. So you get a whole nother episode called More Mama's Boy. I'm going to tell you what, out of all the things that I do throughout the week, right? So I host 5 radio shows a week. I host Certified Mama's Boy, and then I host More Mama's Boy. More Mama's Boy is my favorite thing that we do all week because it's a smaller audience. It's a hidden podcast. I don't have to worry about who's listening to it. I don't have to worry about, we can just talk shit over there. Honestly, God, we can just talk shit. And I can tell stories over there that I really can't tell publicly or don't feel comfortable talking about publicly. And that's really I let you guys in on something. I don't usually let people in romantically in real time. This is one of the first ones that I've let you guys in on that I was invested in. Usually I'll let you guys in on dating stories if I know it's just like I'm going on a date and I don't really care about the person that much, or I know it's kind of messy, and this is just full transparency. Like sometimes those stories have already happened. Like maybe the date was last week and I'm just kind of telling the story from like last week. This one was happening in real time and it was a messy situation. And it was an hour 15-minute episode. It took the whole episode to get through the whole saga. And honestly, y'all, that wasn't even the whole saga. That was the parts that I kind of feel comfortable telling you about. There was I was just thinking about this one big chunk that I left out. And Donald, you think I should have left before? Woo,
oh man.
Boy. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's what a certified fan is. I would love it if you would join. I mean, if that little hook right there wasn't enough to make you want to go join, I don't know what is. So you get access to all the Certified Mama's Boy episode, the More Mama's Boy episodes instantly. You'll get a new episode every Thursday. Typically, I know we switched this week's up a little bit, and then every Thursday from here on out. Plus, on top of that, you're going to get access to our fan page, and then you can increase your contributions. As you increase, you start to get more benefits, and you'll see as you go down to the show notes and join certified fans, you'll see it in the show notes, or you can go to certifiedmamasboy.com. Okay. Today's show. Now, this is funny. This is all going to start wrapping up all into one nice little bow over here. So Adopt a Show is another way that you can support the show. We will have May's shows available for you next week or the week after. Next week, probably. It's probably going to be the week after. And we will also be on a little bit of a hiatus in May for our boys' trip. So just FYI, we're going to be out of town. But Adopt a Show is basically when you can come on Adopt the Show. That's another way to support our show. We can shout you out, and the episode is yours to have. Yeah, Donald really got to run for his money. He had no idea what he was getting himself into on Tuesday. And all of a sudden, we're like, well, let's shout out Donald's anniversary in the middle of this like crazy love saga. But yeah, Donald, I'm sorry. Yeah, Donald was last week, but we appreciate that. Today is Angela P. Angela P. Has stepped in, and you are so kind. Mother, you got to turn the sounds off.
Sorry.
We are so kind to step in and be at today's Adopt Show. And I remember this. This was the one day that was still available, and I was like, "Can someone please go adopt today's show? Just so we can get April knocked out, please." I remember she opted. She said the snow is finally gone. Which, by the way, speaking of snow being finally gone, they just posted a picture last week. I think there is still snow on the ground here in Maryland. That's like a big chunk over by BWI Airport. That's like still so not crazy. Melted. Not melted yet. Still not melted. It was that cold of a winter here.
Wow.
So I'm glad your snow is gone. It's mostly gone here. We still have I was hiking, what did I say, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and there's still snow on the ground. I was like, what is this? Like, I don't understand. And she says, I'd like to help you stress less so you don't get shingles again. Okay, let's go back to the shingles conversation. We're going to talk about shingles in a minute. When you guys understand about my stress levels now that you kind of have a better understanding of what all was going on in my life behind the scenes and what I may be a little stressed about, if you listen to Tuesday's episode, I think maybe now you understand why my body may have been going into like hyperdrive of anxiety and stress. And so my doctor's like, are you stressed right now? I was like, girl, you got no idea. Yeah. So yes, adopting a show is very helpful. We appreciate Angela P for doing that. Thank you so much for doing that, Angela. By the way, I still have shingles, by the way. I don't know how long shingles take to go away, but I still have them. It's much better for sure, but it's just kind of crazy. I'm like, dang, this shingles stuff is crazy. This takes a long time to go away. But
it does.
Hopefully now with one thing out of my life that is less chaotic.
Major stressor.
That was hopefully on the ups now. But she says, I love you and Mama Nancy forever. And we love you too, Angela P. You know it. You know we love you.
We do.
So thank you so much for adopting today's show, Mom. Let's give her a whoop whoop.
Yes. Whoop whoop to dear Angela P. for coming through today for us. We love you forever.
So I'll just say this, kind of reflecting on Tuesday's episode. If you don't listen to More Mama's Boy, you should. I mean, it really was a saga. But very long story short, was romantically connected to this woman who I found out was basically lying to me. And it was just like a punch in the gut. And she didn't lie once. It happened multiple times. And this one, like, I thought was special because she kind of had like, everything that I kind of wanted. And I was excited about it. And but this story's kind of been all over at this point. No matter what Kramer stuff you've listened to, you've heard at least, you kind of know that's kind of what's been going on in my orbit. Right. I'm feeling better today. It's still hard when you get lied to. It's a really, I talked about this a little bit on the Uncensored podcast today, which was, I give my ex-wife credit, which I don't say a lot, but I do. Yeah. I mean, I really do give her credit, because I got to say, the second that I confronted her about the affair, she was honest.
Mm-hmm.
She was honest. She didn't try to lie about it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something to be said about that.
Yeah, I agree.
You got to give somebody credit that is willing to say this is what's happening and not try to like brush shit under the rug. And so I think now that like I've kind of dealt with two. I mean, obviously, like different situations for sure, but obviously, my ex-wife had a whole lot more to lose, and she chose not to lie. And this girl that I had just been seeing for a little bit of time chose to lie, and like repeatedly. I think that it is really there's just something to be said. There's just something to be said about people that are willing to be honest in hard situations. So I do give I gotta shout out my ex-wife for all of her honesty and in her dishonest situation. Shout out. But I want to say this, I because obviously it's been on my mind. It's really hard. This week's been a hard creative week for me because this situation is taking up a lot of mental space for me. It's hard not to think about it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It just kind of keeps popping back up in my head. And there's two things, I guess, that like today of what I'm thinking about. One is, I was really excited about this one for the first time. I haven't been excited about somebody in a very long time. I was very excited about this one because she on paper was like literally point by point everything that like I was looking for, right? And she told me the same thing. Like she was like, in theory, like you're exactly what I've been looking for too. Like romantically, like you're what I want. I can't believe like we found each other. Like how great is this? And I think my biggest takeaway is, man, that sucks for her. Because I walk away the same exact person. Like what she brought out in me is something that I have not been able to express in a while, which is like excitement, loving feelings, like being able to be, and like this is the first one I've taken serious and like really put effort into romance, like, but that wasn't her, that was me. Like she doesn't own that part of me. I own that part of, like that is me, and that doesn't go with her. Right? What she walks away with is the fact that she's a liar. Like that's what she, like I don't walk away with any scars on me. Like I don't. I really, y'all, and this is probably the first time I can say that. Okay, so I'm no saint. But I've really been trying to clean my act up, right? So like I've while like at first I felt so sick, and I still do like have moments of really feeling sick about this whole situation. Like she really missed out. Like she really, and I don't say that out of like, yeah, I feel like sometimes people say that out of like disappointment or like anger or hostility or something, like, oh, you messed out on me, like, but they really, it's coming from a place of like hurt. Mine's not really coming from a place of hurt. It's more of like, hey, if I'm everything that you wanted,
yeah,
because I don't want you anymore. I don't want someone that is a liar. So like, I'm good. Like I walk away being like, damn, I handled that situation really well. And I was a really great version of myself romantically. I'm really impressed with myself for walking away multiple times. But honestly, anytime it got weird, I walked away.
You did.
Anytime it got weird, I walked away.
You did.
And I held my boundaries strong. Did I need to go back multiple times? No. But I did. But every time it got weird, I was just cut it back off again. And like this time is for sure. I don't want a liar. But you know what she misses out on is a guy that really has his shit together now.
Yeah.
That had everything that she wanted.
Yeah.
And I don't.
Could have been a great partnership.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's like one thing. So the other thing that I'm thinking about is if you've listened to this podcast a long time, then you probably remember when we started, right? When I told you guys I'd just gotten back from Costa Rica. We're talking about the Costa Rica story again. And I'd done my very first breathwork session. And it was all about how I did this crazy breathwork session in Costa Rica and basically had this really weird experience where I just kept hearing these voices in my head being like, you hate yourself, you hate yourself, you hate yourself. And then when I came to the woman, when I was like, what the fuck was that? And the woman was basically like, well, you've got to go learn how to love yourself is what that means. And I was like, well, how do I love myself? And she's like, well, that's your journey. And I was like, damn, like and I left y'all being like, well, that's weird, but all right. And honestly, through the last 6 years, I've had to kind of like, you can't forget. I guarantee you would never forget an experience like that. It was so weird that like, I just can't forget about it. So everything that I've had to do has been a reflection of like, what does it mean to love myself? Like, what does that really mean? What does it look like to have self-respect, self-love, like all of it, right? And in this situation, to me, this is like one of the most ultimate acts of self-love.
Yep.
Is walking away from a situation. And like, I feel like the universe, and I don't know, maybe I'm just being weird. Maybe this is being weird. But again, I literally thought I'd found somebody that was it. Because on paper it was. On paper it was going to be perfect. But I had to walk away because it just, I'm not going to get lied to. You're not going to lie to me. You're not going to lie to me. But y'all, like I'm telling you, like the chemistry, on paper, the life we both wanted, it was perfect. It was perfect. There was just shit I couldn't even explain, but like between the two of us, like it was just so like the timing, it was just like, but I couldn't do it. Right. I had to have enough love for myself to say, there's no way I'm going to stick in a situation. And I think a lot of people may have just like said, okay. And maybe I did, maybe I didn't love myself quite enough.
No, I don't think so.
When I had evidential proof that like you are lying to me, I can't stick with this because I know that would be abandoning myself and who I am. That would be a huge disappointment to myself. And I just appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all letting me. Unfortunately, I feel, maybe fortunately, because I don't usually bring y'all along through some of these sagas that are going on behind the scenes romantically, but it kind of forced my hand a little bit. Because honestly, I was thinking it was all going to come together. I was kind of like prepping you guys for girlfriend, honestly. So it kind of,
the big intro.
Yeah, you guys were going to get like the soft launch before anybody else over on More Mama's Boy. But I'm not going to let anybody lie to me. I'm not going to let anybody lie to me. I'm just not going to do it. I can't. Can't do it. That would be abandoning the self-love portion that I'm really working hard on. Right? So, all right. I think we're probably at time, aren't we?
We are.
I think we've talked too much, everybody. Oh, we're right on time. All right. We try to keep these at 45 minutes, so nobody wants to listen to the long-ass podcast. All right. Seriously, thank you so much. No matter what side of the family you're on, if you're a More Mama's Boyer, then you guys really got the saga. If you're just hopping in, I appreciate you being here. Honestly, I really do. We're in 6 years of this podcast. You might be a radio person. You might just be a person that found us through the upside. You might be just a person that found us on social media. But I hope that like this podcast means something to you. I hope that you find a little bit of yourself in it. Ooh, I kind of like that. Find a little bit of yourself in More Mamas. But I hope you do. I really hope that you hear a little bit of yourself in this podcast and kind of feel connected to it some way, somehow. We talk a lot about life over here. And life is fucking messy. And I don't mind being a little messy for you guys as long as you feel like you're healing and kind of alongside me. We have amazing boy leavers that are just here to support the show. These are our biggest supporters that we're so thankful for. Tabitha W is our biggest, our latest, not our biggest one, but our latest one. Thank you, Tabitha. It's so good to get you in here. Candy Z, thank you. Marcy, thank you so much. Eileen, thank you so much. B Cat, thank you. Rachel Rose, thank you. Big D Donald, hope the birthday week, anniversary week was good for you guys. Queen Pam, I appreciate you reaching out. Aaron D, it is so good to be able to say your name again this week. Alexander T, hello. Deb S, hello. Julie B, thank you so much. Carly C, it's so good to see you again. I didn't see you on Uncensored this week. Where you been? You gotta catch up with me. Carissa, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Sue W, hello. What's up, Lucino? Lucino actually didn't say anything about the situation. I'd love Lucino's take on.
Oh, he
Lucino,
probably
don't put it
hasn't had a
publicly,
chance
though.
to listen yet.
Yeah, when you listen to more, you can send me your thoughts in the DMs. So don't post it publicly. Too much. Hello, Lisa H. Hello. Kayla S. Hello. Karen W. and Tina U. Hello. What's up, Letty S. Hello. And Julia M. Hello. What's up, Michelle K. And of course, Angela P. A double hello to you. And thank you so much for all that you do for our show, especially with the adoption of the show today. Y'all, it's been a crazy week over here. We'll be back next week. Normal schedule through mid-May, and then I'm going to take a week off. So, all right, Mom, that's it. Good luck over in Knoxville and get us out of here.
Okay. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it, and we love you forever.